Hey, what's up you guys? I'm Nikki with Nikki Drafts, and today we're going to talk about darts. You might be wondering what we even use darts for. And when we're working with our basic block or sloper sets, it can be kind of difficult to envision them as a finished garment or product, but they're actually really important and play a huge role in making clothing. So I'm going to walk you through today what darts are, the terminology, the anatomy, and everything to do with darts. If you already know what darts are and what they're used for and you're wondering how to work with them, I did make a video on some basic dart manipulation using the slash and spread method, which I'll link in the description below. Additionally, if you guys would like to draft along with me or you want to start pattern drafting and learning on your own, you can find the blocks that I'm using today for learning at my website, nikkidrafts.ca, for free download, and a couple other resources for you guys. So that's nikkidrafts.ca, so you guys can go ahead and print yourself up a copy now so you can follow along with me and learn as I upload new videos every single week. So this is our single dart bodice block for the front, and I'm going to be going through the dart and what it's used for and the different parts and names. So to start off, this triangular shape right in the middle here is our dart, and this is used to control the fit of a bodice and create shape out of the flat fabric. Now, our dart has legs, so these two lines that make up the triangle are our dart legs, and these are what actually get sewn together to create the fit. So right here is our dart end, and that's where you stop sewing to complete the dart and it comes to a peak. This is below the bust point in this specific location. Now under here we have something called the dart mouth or dart opening, and this later becomes our dart shadow, and this is the floppy bit that sticks out at the back of the dart. I'm going to show you guys after I've sewn up a little demo for us so you can see this in 3D. So that's our dart shadow. So right up here above the dart end is our bust point. Now this isn't part of the darts, but it is an important part of designing, and this is the apex of the bust, usually where the nipple is located, and we use this on the front to help us move the dart and fit correctly, and we need to know where the bust point is. So here is the little sample I've made for you guys. As you can see, when you sew this block up, you end up with this lovely shaping, and it takes on the shape of the female form. So back here are our dart shadows, our inlay facing in towards our center front. And you can see how it creates that 3D fit that we're looking for. So now that we know the parts of the dart, why are darts so important? So darts are responsible for the fit of the garment, and they'll be in the garment in one form or another. So we're either going to use a dart or a dart equivalent when pattern drafting, which could be anything like pleats, tuck darts, flare, gathers. These are all darts in other forms. So they're important for controlling the fit. And when we're pattern drafting, we only ever really have 3 techniques. We can use dart manipulation, we can take away fullness, and we can add fullness. So these are the only 3 things we do to achieve designs. Now, depending on where you put your dart, when we analyze designs, we will change locations to just change the visual look, but we are controlling the fit using darts either way. So princess seams and panels is another dart equivalent. So it's turning our darts into something else. So mastering the basics of dart manipulation and moving your darts around is really key to becoming a good pattern drafter and really understanding how we control fit through these things and how we can make something flat like fabric take on a 3D shape and actually fit over the body. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and let me know if you have any more questions down in the comments. I'm happy to answer, and as always, keep drafting.